it like rocket fuel.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What are you doing?
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Goodwin able to haul it in and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go. 120. Oh, you got deep.
Key 26, key 26.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo to the right side, complete to Taylor. That catch good for 5.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, switch.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike 56, Mike.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on, D.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After a gain of 6, brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go, back. 180.
Man, that's trash.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. 180. Sit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the give, running right is Howard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and ball.
Here we go. Louie!
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taylor now returning it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
At the 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Running from the gun with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. He can run for it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Garoppolo now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Check 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Wentz now on 1st down. This one complete to Sproles. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown. There the Eagles are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Turn up. 56, Mike, 56.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, they'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Sunday. Score, Tokyo!
56 to Mike.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 41 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 5.
Eagles 14, 49ers 9. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Here we go.
Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Wentz going to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now Wentz on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
14, 82, 14. Hey, Charlie, 56.
Wentz now to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw, it's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
13.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
13.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check. Crouch.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd down, Wentz. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot. And it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. To return is Taylor. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
21.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 57 yards. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead.
Here we go.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now Garoppolo. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. 280. It's great 57.
Screen. Watch the screen.
It's great 15. Great 15. It's a touchdown.
Wentz to throw. Being chased out left.
You ain't doing nothing.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. That one goes for 30 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Greystone, Travis.
Back to throw. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Sunday.
Back.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 38 yards on the scamper there. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they're in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Right 54. Watch the slant.
First throw of OT for Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
21.
53 is the mark. Watch the back.
Hey, exit.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 10.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Solid.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's third down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track, because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Sunday. 6-6. Pull it high.
Here's Sproles. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more time.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.